gonna give this after the Colts game today. I was wearing my AR jersey today because I believed in the guy. I wore this Richardson jersey during his final game, played before the benching, because I believed in him. And I want you all to know, to all the believers who said benching him was dumb, the reason he did good is because of the benching. So I don't know if maybe he needed to be benched for 2 weeks or if it was just one. But today what we saw from Richardson was a guy who was wanting to play and willing to play his heart out because he needed to get the win. This guy played with a chip on his shoulder, and he did have the fumble, but I expected that. I expected one turnover, and I expected one passing touchdown, one rushing. He did me one better and got another rushing touchdown and did it in clutch time. This guy went down, scored. It was I think 3.5 minute drive instead, but it was really like 2.5 minutes at the end of the game, which is very, very fun because, again, I went to all the training camps and I saw him rally the team down the field and basically do that same exact play they did at the end there. They did that in the last practice before joint practices started. That same exact drive. Pass over the middle, you know what I mean? Get some things going, and then run it into the end zone with AR at the end. This was a great, solid team effort, especially when it comes to the defense. Defense still playing solid. They have some work to do on certain places. They always will every single week. But overall, Richardson not only brought the energy to the Colts, but I think it's going to bring an energy back to the city. Halliburton rolled up to the Pacers today wearing a Richardson jersey, dropped 16 points, 13 assists on a very, very good end-of-game Halliburton type of Pacers W. So overall, this is bigger than just the Colts. This is as big as indie professional sports teams in general, and this is a win that I am super happy about. Now, let me tell you guys something. This is far from the end of his development, and he still has a lot of work to do, obviously. Not as much, though, it looks like. Number 2, going to the Lions game, Colts now have a legit chance, but it's still very far-fetched from them winning, so don't get super-duper excited, right? Number 3, hope is back for the Indianapolis Colts. And number 4, and again, I said this at the beginning, Richardson does not play like this if he does not get benched. You don't play like that if you don't get benched. Come on in, Logan. No. Bring Logan in. All right, look. We're going to sit Logan down real quick. This guy doesn't watch football. All right, Logan. So, pause the game. Sorry, guys. We're playing some Mario Party here. Logan doesn't watch football. Logan, what do you remember about watching Richardson before the benching? Just go over some things.
My man liked to run too much.
Okay.
Like to try to get himself injured.
Okay.
Seemed to have some good understanding of deep passes and how to get them completed. But anything shorter than a 15-yard pass was a no-go pretty much every time. And I think that after he got sat down and went to the bench for a minute, I think he kind of got humbled a bit.
Kendrick.
I think he kind of saw the guy who came after him and realized, like, shit, this is embarrassing, you know? Like, damn, I got passed up by a guy who had 4 or 5 turnovers in a game. And I think he was like...
And 17 years older.
And I think he was like, I need to step it up. And I think today he showed that he got the ambition. I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback yet.
Of course not, no.
But Flacco sure as hell wasn't even a fucking regular season quarterback, so...
Look, and I think what you're saying is true. Look, guys... Because a lot of people are like, okay, what is he learning by this benching? I think what Logan's saying is very true. If let's say you got fired for somebody who is inept at their job and you were good at your job, if you ever got that job back in the future, right, in this theoretical world, you would fight like hell for it. You wouldn't just know in your heart you're good at it. You would start doing your job like you're good at it. So today, everything Logan just mentioned, really funny, is what made them win the game today. The short over the middle route on 3rd and 4, a pivotal 3rd and 4 that would have been a field goal, leads to a on the 1 yard line. And on that 1 yard line, what does he do? He runs it in for a touchdown. Later in the game, he uses his legs again to run in for the touchdown. But what I noticed, and Logan said, the running. He didn't just run first. Richardson all year up to this point has been my first read isn't available. First read meaning his first receiver, right? Run. Today, it's first read's not available, second read's not available. Let me throw to my third read. You know what I mean? He's reading the field. That was the one thing Flacco was able to do. Now, was he executing it? No. But Richardson now is younger and able to execute it. On top of having the legs, man, it could get dangerous.
Flacco plays like a quarterback from 2008.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson plays like a quarterback from 2018 and beyond.
Yeah, plays like the Lamar
the
Jackson.
Moderns.
Yeah,
modern folk.
And what I really loved, guys, and Richardson, in my opinion, has not played a good game since week 1. In week 1, when he was scoring, he was getting hyped with his guys. I think he was talking crap to Texans fans, but by the way, he was going up to the crowd and stuff. After he scored the game-winning touchdown today, you already know how New Yorkers feel about us because of the whole Pacers-Knicks rivalry. Man, you should have seen those people yelling at him, da-da-da. And Richardson, you got to think, he's been getting yelled at by Colts fans. So everything's rolling off of him now. Literally, you can't say anything to Richardson because he's been at the bottom now. He's finally felt what it is to be benched. He's finally felt what it is to not be the best guy on the field.
He's at the point in his career where he got to make the choice, right? You've got the whole world against you, This state is inherently against the understanding of a black quarterback.
True.
We haven't had one probably ever. I don't know.
We had Jacoby Brissett, as you were saying.
I think the thing about Anthony Richardson that we need to remember is that he is facing adversity beyond just in the league. He lives in a state or works for a state
does work for the state, yeah, technically.
That really doesn't care about him,
Mm-hmm.
And he could easily fold and decide to just, tank everything and get paid because he's already got the contract.
Exactly.
And he makes more money than probably most people, so he could do it comfortably, but he loves the game.
Exactly. And actually, that got brought into a question. I actually have a coworker who's been the biggest AR hater I know. And the one thing that, usually I just let the haters, say what they want, because up until this week, let's be real, they had stuff to stand on. I had nothing other than just belief and hope.
I was an AR hater.
Oh.
I don't think that he, in the performances that I saw as a non-football fan,
right,
really showed to me that he had any capability other than what he was showing. But again, that's why I'm a non-football fan, because I don't watch football.
And
I don't see the progression. And it sounds like, or seems like...
Look, though, I think the biggest progression, or the biggest thing that people never saw about his game was the energy. The energy that was brought. First of all, the coach this week in his post-game interview, while he's been giving interviews about AR, seems happier. The players, when they were interviewed during the week, seemed happier just to have AR playing. And everybody thinks that this team hates AR. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, these guys rallied around him. They loved him. They're smiling at him. They're group hugging him. If you notice, whenever Flacco would throw a touchdown in his little stint, one guy might, whatever... When AR scores, the entire offense is around him. He goes to the sideline, the entire defense is around him.
Well,
this is a leader among men.
Right,
now,
they're around him. They're not performing well. The defense needs to step up a bit.
It does, and I think the defense actually had a down game compared to when it was playing with Flacco. It actually had 2 of its best games of the year, which really sucked because we didn't get to see offense.
They had 2 turnovers?
They had two turnovers last week, and they had 1 turnover the week before. So it's like they were doing their job. This week, they actually have a really rough week, and they get bailed out by the offense. But that's the way a team should be. If your one place is really doing well, and your other isn't, and then that other one is doing bad, AR literally had no chance but to win today. I mean, he had no choice. If AR loses today, going into that Detroit game, there would be boos with Richardson coming out of the tunnel. I kid you not. But what's going to happen when he comes out of that tunnel on Sunday at home against the best team in football in Detroit? It's going to be magical, y'all. So get ready because AR season is here. But once again, like I've said before, and I'm going to end this video like this because I want you guys just to remember to keep a level head, Indy fans. Ready? Number one, this team's not making the playoffs. Most likely. There's like a 99% chance, in my opinion, we do not make the playoffs, okay? No playoffs. Number two, development is still needed. So if you're thinking AR is going to go out there and be perfect against Detroit, almost like he was against the Jets today, not happening. Number three, remember that, just remember this is the Colts. I can't really say much more than remember the last few weeks and what this has shown about the organization and the guys up top and how bad it has been and how rough this organization is getting owned by the owner. And when you realize that, I like that.
We don't like no owners. Green Bay, state own the fucking thing.
This guy's a big Green Bay fan, guys.
I better be credited in this video.
He's going to be credited in the title and the description,
You can
guys.
finish.
Go follow. What's your YouTube? Whatever. Send it to me so I can do it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, Colts get a big, big win. And Richardson is the big, big reason. That's all I got for y'all. Aflac, time out.